Karim Benzema, the 2022 Ballon d'Or winner, has recently been involved in political controversy related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. On Wednesday, a French senator, Valérie Boyer, from the conservative Les Républicains party, called for Karim Benzema to lose his French citizenship after Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin implied that the footballer had ties to the Muslim Brotherhood, an Islamist organization considered a terrorist group in various Middle Eastern nations. Boyer suggested that if Darmanin's statements were accurate, sanctions should be contemplated against Benzema. Boyer proposed that revoking Benzema's Golden Ball, the most prestigious individual award for a professional football player that he won in 2022, could serve as an initial symbolic punishment. She also recommended considering the removal of his French nationality as a second punitive measure against the Franco-Algerian player, emphasizing that they cannot tolerate a globally renowned French dual citizen dishonoring or betraying their country. The French senator responded to Darmanin's allegations made on Tuesday, asserting that Benzema had connections to the Muslim Brotherhood during an interview on the French conservative TV broadcaster CNews. Notably, the minister made these claims without presenting any supporting evidence. "We all know that Mr. Benzema is famously associated with the Muslim Brotherhood," stated the French minister, known for his strong stance on security and secularism. Benzema's lawyer, Hugues Vigier, promptly refuted this information, emphasizing its falsehood. Vigier strongly refuted these claims, declaring them false and asserting that Karim Benzema had no affiliations with the mentioned organization. Vigier further stated that their legal team is contemplating potential legal action against the French minister for these allegations. Benzema is a devoted Muslim who observes fasting during Ramadan and openly expresses his faith on social media. His recent relocation to Saudi Arabia, following his transfer from Real Madrid to Al-Ittihad in exchange for an annual salary of €200 million, was influenced by his religious beliefs. He felt it was essential to reside in a Muslim-majority country where he felt a strong connection with the people, providing him with a new life that aligns with his faith. The display of religious symbols and practices in the public sphere is a sensitive issue in France, where there has been a legal separation of church and state since 1905. This principle extends to sports as earlier this year, the French Football Federation, FFF, declined to pause matches briefly to allow Muslim players to break their fast during games. In contrast, such accommodations had been introduced in the English and Dutch football leagues. The FFF argued that this practice would contradict the principle of secularism and the belief that there is an appropriate time for sporting activities and religious practices. Eric Borghini, president of the FFF's Federal Referees Commission, emphasized this perspective in an interview with Agence France Presse. In response to inquiries by French radio broadcaster RMC regarding Darmanin's remarks, the minister's office noted that they had noticed a gradual shift in Karim Benzema's stance towards a strict and rigid form of Islam, in line with the ideology of the Muslim Brotherhood, aimed at promoting Islamic principles in various aspects of society, particularly in the realm of sports. This shift included Benzema's active expression of his Muslim faith on social media and amounted to what they considered evangelizing the Muslim faith. While acknowledging that these observations did not present sufficient grounds for legal action, the cabinet suggested that they conveyed a somewhat ambiguous message, particularly coming from an athlete with a substantial following.